Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to take a look at the stolen MOONBREONs and the number one suspect that's been a little bit lazy, allegedly. Maybe he slipped up a little bit. Maybe he tried to cash out and get some money from his MOONBREON heist. Well, we're going to take a look at that today. We have Cardboard Diamonds. This is the location where everything took place, where the transaction was supposed to go down. A little cash transaction that was supposed to happen in a safe location. And voila! Instead, we got a little bit of a death threat, a little bit of a weapon held to someone's head, and that's where we're at here. We got a robbery that took place, armed robbery, and wow. Okay, if you take nothing else from this video, make sure you don't buy the cards in question here. They are stolen. Hopefully, they get returned to their owner. But we're gonna go through just a painful amount of information, just everything. We're gonna look at everything. We're gonna make some jokes. We're gonna crack some jokes. We're gonna go through every single detail we possibly can, because that's what we do on the channel here. Here we have it. So we have Kai TCG, who had his MOONBREON collection stolen. This one right here, this little bad boy, one of each language, PSA 10s, every single one of them. At the end of the video, I will show all of these certain numbers so that you guys can be on the lookout for any that pop up. We didn't have one pop up, spoiler alert, and that's why we're going to take a look at the suspect in question. Now, our suspect has many names. We're going to go through them all. The fake ones, the real ones, the aliases. All of them. We have Ldizzle Burton, who's looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble for some armed robbery. Now, let's go through the details that were sent to me by the victim. He says, "Good afternoon, Rattle. As of 12/21/2024, evening at 4:05 p.m., my collection of 10 multilingual MOONBREON PSA 10 cards," that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one, "have been stolen from me at gunpoint. While I was getting out of my car in front of the card store called the Cardboard Diamonds, the suspect put a gun to my head and threatened to kill me if I did not hand over the cards. I contacted the police as soon as the suspect fled, who started the case investigation and got detectives involved." All right, let's go through here. I might have to make some cuts in this video. My throat is not doing so hot. That's what she said. All right. Ldizzle Burton, a.k.a. it's Ldizzle Burton, bracket, it's LD N-word, close bracket. So we have apparently a digital creator from Washington, which is interesting. Because I don't see a whole lot of actual content being created. It looks like more just pictures of him smoking weed and either doing sign language or gang signs. I don't know the difference. I'm not fluent in either one. But here we have it. Here's a little sneak peek into what's going down. All right, that's enough. He's holding roses at the end there. Always holding plants. Always holding plants. Now, a little important tip, a little important information, a little important factorino is that the victim here says he has a mask on, so I couldn't see his full face, but the eyes are identical. Those sleepy weed eyes, they'll get you every time. Always get you identified. Sleepy eyes, dark toned skin, husky, low voice. You can say, Rattle, how do we know what his voice sounds like? Well, good thing he's posting all these nice little clips for us.
Dipped or not? Dipped. I am.
And again, more sign language. I don't know what it means, but I do know that it is a little bit weird. This is my favorite post of his. I don't understand what is going through your head when you're posting about hidden women. I don't know. Is it a joke? Is it not a joke? I'm not really sure. Not sure how to take that, but to each their own, I guess. When the only thing you post online is you smoking weed, showing off your sick t-shirt, and or hitting women, that kind of might speak to what kind of person you are. Now, another little name here. We got Lil_Devious 4600. Dang, that is quite the call tag. Gotta like that. If N-words know me, then N-words know. Peace sign, thumbs up sign. I don't know. I don't know. If someone could translate, please do so. Now, Gengarus Collectibles, friend of the channel. I am very proud of this guy. He's done the right thing multiple times now, where he has intercepted thieves at card shows. He's shown that you should be recording. He's setting a good example, even though it happened to him, even though many people would not like to post if they got ripped off, if they had someone steal right in front of them. You're going to get some flack for that. But this guy trudged through it, posted it anyway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this card show here where they have the father and son doing a little stealer-roni at the card show, sticking some stuff under his stack of stuff. And yeah, so good on him. And he's going to play a big role here because guess what? It's Ldizzle Burton is going to reach out to him. And it's Ldizzle Burton happens, even though we just heard his voice. We're going to have to make believe here, pretend he's a French cowboy because that's the voice we're doing, even though it's going to absolutely strain me through this entire video. Hey, how are you doing? Got a few Umbreons looking to sell. Have a big trip across state, so trying to see what I can get for them. Oh, are you going across state? That's interesting. And to fund it, you decide where'd you get those Umbreons? Now, this is all alleged, but it's seeming like it's lining up that Ldizzle McSwizzle might be our thief here. And you're gonna say, Rattle, how do you know? Well, I don't know. Unless he got them from someone else that did it, because he's trying to unload those very cards. It's the same certs, the same PSA 10s, the same cert numbers, the same collection of one of each language. And here we have Gengarus saying, would be interested in the PSA 10 English ones if you're looking to split. So there's only one English one. I'm assuming that Genny here just didn't look through, or maybe there's some that say Umbreon even though they're not English on the rest of the card, that kind of thing. But you would think as the person selling this, they would know, hey, there's only one English one. He says, how much would you offer for those? I seen a few online for a little lump sum. Jesus Christ. What was the guy from the UK that was like threatening to like hack me or whatever? That dude. He always said lil, give me a little drink or something like that. In regards to the fake case. Yeah, there were way more, but starting to fall now. I would be at 1560 for one. Okay, that's actually what I was thinking around there. I mean, he just wants to dump him at this point, and he was dumb enough to do so, showing the cert numbers. It's now pinned back to him. And if it wasn't him that stole them, his friend with the sleepy eyes and the deep voice that he got them from, that might be him. They got some questions to answer here. Let me know if you want to take the deal. Now, I don't know how much trouble you get in for armed robbery for an excess of $40,000, but it's got to be a lot. And I don't know if it even makes it any better if he returns the cards, but I would hope that he returns the cards. I don't think anyone should refuse to press charges against somebody that holds a gun to your head and says they're going to kill you if you don't hand over your cards. I think that's a dangerous individual. I think this is an individual that needs to be put in prison. I don't think that's not acceptable for anyone to threaten anyone's life or to steal $40,000 from them. It's disgusting, not appropriate, not acceptable. I know it's weird to have to say that, but this is beyond unacceptable. Would you be down with making a competitive offer on all? And Genny says, I wouldn't because the other languages don't sell. This is kind of like a weird special thing. It's definitely not something you want to be stealing because it's extremely identifiable, and definitely not something that you want to be selling right away on an account that's linked to the rest of your information. It's pretty fucking dumb. But I mean, again, dumb criminals going to do dumb things to get them caught. They're not a surprise. The link tree. This video and every other video is brought to you by the Linktree. We got Troll and Toad, Secura's Card Trader, Card Market Collector app. Make sure you're using that BUY code. We got lots of discount codes, lots of affiliate links that you can click before you shop. Best way to support the channel, and doesn't cost you anything. Don't send me money. I would prefer you buy something nice for yourself that you're going to buy anyway, and use these resources to do so. Now, here is the vehicle in question. We got a nice Grand Cherokee here in white. Very gangster, if you know what I'm saying. Plates were removed from it. If I cough too much, I'm going to have to cut the video. And it looks a whole lot like it might be a 2024 or something nearby. It's got those square wheels, the square dogs. I don't know if we can open this in a new tab and see a better. All right, we can't. Don't worry about it. All right, next, we got to go on to another alias. This is the one that he used when he was doing the deals before the robbery happened. This is what he allegedly was calling himself, Jon Snow. Now, I don't know if what the name choice was. Was it this Jon Snow? Is that what you were going on with? Maybe it's just like, can I pick the least black name possible? We'll go with Jon Snow. They'll never see it coming. They'll think I'm gonna show up with armor on. Dang. All right, that's enough Jon Snow jokes. All right, here we have it. We got the Los Angeles Laker. That's a little bit important. If you noticed before, we had a little Easter egg earlier on. If you go back and look, he didn't have a picture of Kobe, so apparently he's a Los Angeles Laker fan. I'm sure there's lots of those out there. So, but that's still one little piece. Not everyone could be a Laker fan. All right, here we go. We have, okay, cool. Are you willing to meet me halfway? This is like the laziest scammer ever. Like, you didn't want to drive a couple hours to steal $40,000 from someone. I guess that the Grand Cherokee probably guzzles a little bit of gas. I'm guessing. Price or location? Also, give me a call. Location. Price is fine. I won't haggle with you. Where are you located? My phone number is blank. Instead of cash, can you do wire transfer? Can you give me a call, please? Yes, 1 second. Gonna go into a meeting soon. Call me in the next 5 to 10 minutes, please. At a Jon Snow. If you'd like to do the deal in cash, I'd like to meet at a local police station for your safety and my safety. I mean, it's for your own safety. I mean, and it would have, I guess, solved the issue here. That or inside a bank itself is probably a good place to do so. Luckily, the game store and or surrounding areas had cameras that identified the vehicle, which is helpful. But also, he just allegedly left a big trail of crumbs leading straight back to him, leading us to believe that it wasn't Jon Snow that did this. Who would have thought? So here we have call failed. This is typical. If someone's using a burner number, they're going to have a really hard time receiving calls. So they might make up excuses that the call failed or whatever else. They'll make up some excuse so they have to call you because it's easier to do that on a burner number. We've seen that before. They agree to meet up at the store itself. I'm going to show all of the DMs here, but I'm not going to read through them all. My voice is absolutely barking at me right now. So I'm gonna save that a little bit. Save you guys for all the people that dislike the French cowboy. My apologies. But you won't be upset today. We're going to use it at a minimum when it's absolutely necessary. So here we have, he kind of dips, dives, and dodges. He doesn't show up there for the first day. They reschedule for a separate day. He has a hard time understanding where Cardboard Diamonds is, what it's a store, and everything else. Again, just lazy scammer shit. Lazy dude that's just going to show up. And you would think, like, that's the thing too. As a scammer, you probably want to scam as far away as possible from your place of residence, right? So like the 2-hour drive puts you further away from it, but this guy is too fucking lazy and wants it to be less of a drive. Or just doesn't show up the first. Maybe he got too stoned and his eyeballs were too heavy. Too heavy. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here. The cards in question. I'm going to scroll through these. The certain numbers are there, just in case anyone sees them. Do not buy these cards. I would imagine that they'll be deactivated in the near future. But just make sure you don't accidentally buy these, because it's going to make it harder for you to get your money back. The whole situation harder. Hopefully just no one ends up getting these. No one ends up purchasing these from Mr. Ldizzle, Jon Snow, a.k.a. Dizzle Wizzle, McJizzle. Here we have them. Sad story, but hopefully with the amount of information that's available, an arrest can be made, and the MOONBREONs can be turned back over to their rightful owner. Be careful out there, guys. Transactions that are happening, even if you're doing it in a public location, you got people that just are such fucking losers that they're gonna do dumb shit like this. You gotta protect yourself. The police station would have been the better option, or a bank would have been a better option, so that you can, even then, if it's a bank especially, you can put the money in directly. You don't have to go walking out the door and then they steal it from you, later on when you're going for a walk to the convenience store on the way home. be careful. It might seem like too much precaution, but when you got $42,000 at stake here, they had no intention of paying it, clearly, but that's what we're dealing with. It's unfortunate, but hopefully this has a happy ending. Hopefully just the sheer amount of information that's available, the stuff that we looked at today, and I'm sure even more from the surveillance footage that the police have, and more stuff that they can run on Mr. Ldizzle and company. If anyone was partaking in his little robbery action, alleged robbery, allegedly armed, unacceptable, gross stuff. But we gotta hope for the best. Look out for each other out there. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing this. Biggest thing is make sure people aren't buying this stuff. I'm gonna probably make some other like social posts to make sure people aren't buying these cards, just to reach as many people as possible. Make sure that we don't have a bigger mess to clean up from this whole unfortunate situation. See you next time. Join the Discord. Bye.